Hello everyone, welcome to my tapping channel. Today we're going to be doing some tapping on those limited beliefs that are having you feel that you're stuck. It's like you've got an identity of yourself and that identity is very difficult to shift because it's who you identify yourself as. And you may unconsciously be identifying yourself as somebody who is very limited in various different ways. And so this is stopping you from stepping into the person that deep down inside you know yourself to be. It's stopping you from stepping into the person who is successful in your career or just successful in love, successful in your family life, like having fun, having joy, feeling empowered, and doing the things with your life and in your life that you really want to be doing. And above all, it's stopping you from feeling the way you would really like to feel. And this is an identity. It's an identity that you have about yourself. And this can change because it's not real. So we're going to do some tapping, particularly on the fear and the shame and the guilt and all of the different types of things that are going to come up when you start tapping on this. Before we dive in though, my name is Sandra. I'm the author of Tapping into Abundance using EFT Tapping and the Law of Attraction to change your mindset and turn your life around. And if you want to do just that, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. If you want to book a free clarity session with me because you want to do some coaching and you're curious about how that would work and also where you're stuck and how you can become unstuck, I do offer that free clarity session. It's a half hour where I ask you a lot of questions about your situation and you get to get clear about what's actually stopping you, what's keeping you stuck, and why you're not moving forward and how you can move forward. So there's a link in the description field below this video for how you can book that clarity session. So when you are working towards making change in your life, you're sick and tired of being somebody who feels not good enough, who feels shame and guilt all the time. Every time you try to take one step forward, you end up taking two steps back because the guilt sets in, the shame sets in, the fear sets in, and that old belief system about who you are and what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do, what you can do, what you can't do, all starts to come back at you. And so tapping is a wonderful way of being able to work through that process. So if there's anything that you're trying to do that you're not succeeding at doing, ask yourself this question: why can't I have or be that thing? Why can't I have success in my business doing whatever it is you're doing? Or why can't I have success in love? And just listen to see what your subconscious mind is telling you about the reasons why you can't have that. Particularly if the reasons are about yourself. But they may be reasons about the outside world too. If you struggle with relationships, you may be blaming other people for that struggle. You may be saying, well, there just isn't enough good people out there, or, you know, all men or all women are all this or they're all that. And so you have a belief about all of this based on the past that's actually stopping you from finding the love and the relationship that you want. So it's changing all of these things and working on becoming and stepping into the person you truly want to be. And the main things that come up are feelings of guilt, of shame, and fear. And so we're going to tap on all of those. So think about who you're trying to be, who you're trying to step into, that version of yourself, the real you that you're wanting to really be. Just feel into that. And feel into the resistance to being that person and stepping into that person. Why it doesn't feel comfortable. And we're going to do some tapping. Karate chop point. Here I am. Trying to step into that version of me. Who I want to experience. Who I want to be. But it's just too hard. I feel the resistance. I couldn't possibly have that. I couldn't possibly do that. I'm going to honor how I feel. Even though, when I imagine myself being the person I want to be, I feel the resistance. I feel the fear. I'm okay. Even though, when I think about being the person I want to be, I feel resistance. It doesn't feel safe. I'm going to love, honor, and accept how I feel anyway. So now tapping on the points. When I think about stepping into that version of myself, doing what I want to do, being that confident version of myself, being that loved version of myself, I feel the resistance. It's not possible. It feels like it's not possible. And I feel the fear. I feel the fear in this. It doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel safe. I feel the fear. It feels scary. If I become this person I want to be, what will happen? People mightn't like it. They mightn't like this version of myself. I'm already feeling the guilt about it. Feeling guilty about changing. Leaving the old me behind. And maybe some people with it. And I can hear a voice in the back of my head say, "Who do you think you are?" And then comes the shame. Shame about wanting to change. Shame about being this version of myself. I feel the shame. Shame, shame, shame. And I don't like it. It's like there's people or someone or something doesn't want me to change. Like I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to step into this version of myself. Like I'm kidding myself. That I'm pretending. I could never be that version of myself. But what if I can be that version of myself? And be safe at the same time. What if I can be that me, have those things, do those things, and be safe at the same time? What if I can be me, and do those things, have those things? What if I am allowed to be this version of myself? What if I am allowed to be this person who has those things and does those things? What if I'm already that person who has those things and does those things on an energetic level? And all I have to do is realize it. Open up to it, accept it. Allow it. Surrender to it. See it as grace. For all the work I've done. Taking a deep breath and letting it out. So when you're tapping on any of the resistance, just allow yourself to tap on what comes to you, what you're feeling in your body, what your subconscious is saying, why it's not safe, why you can't do it, why you're not allowed to do it. And even the whys aren't that important. It's changing the belief that you can't or that you shouldn't. That's really what it's about. It's transforming the belief that is limiting you to the belief that is allowing you to be who it is you truly know yourself to be, but you're not allowing yourself to be because of the past programming. And all of these beliefs come from your experience of the past. It's the past. The past doesn't have to determine the future. So if you believe that people like us can't do this or can't have that because of your past experiences, the family you grew up in, the environment you grew up in, the neighborhood you might have grown up in, it lets us believe as children, we assume, that we can't have all of the good things if we didn't have them when we were children. And so we expect our life's always going to be like that. But the truth is, that's the past. It doesn't have to determine the future. It's our expectations that determine the future and what we believe about ourselves and what we can and can't have. And that subconscious level of belief is what informs our present moment, and how we act in our present moment will then determine the future. So work on changing those beliefs about yourself, and every day allow yourself some time to imagine yourself as the person you truly want to be. What will you be feeling? What will you be doing? Where will you be? Who will you be with? And over time, as you chip away at the beliefs and you keep practicing being the person you want to be, you will start to become that person. And you only have to do this every day for 30 days before you will start feeling the shift. It won't shift completely after 30 days, but you will start to feel the shift after doing this for about 30 days. If you do want to work one-on-one with me, because there's a lot that you do want to uncover and change that is stopping you from truly being who you want to be and reaching your full potential, do book that free clarity session. There's a link in the description field below this video for how you can do that. Now is the best time to be doing this kind of work, because we're going through amazing transformation as a humanity and on the planet, and there's a lot of change going on around us, and you need to have the feeling of being empowered and that strength of self to be able to work through what is coming. So it's time to get empowered, and it's time to really step into your potential. So do book that 30-minute clarity session with me. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I am Sandra, and I'll see you on the next video.